Gotta lift
I'm
weights.
so excited. Yes, pussy weights.
You didn't just say pussy weights.
I said pussy weights.
Pussy weights.
Why would you wait?
You need to. Everything needs to be worked out. You gotta work out.
You don't lift?
What is pussy weights?
Pussy weights.
Should I get right into it? It's exactly what it sounds like. Okay, so a lot of people.
Can you introduce yourself?
Oh yeah,
before we start pulling out pussy weights.
Pussy weights. I'm Jess Hooper, and I'm a mom, a wife, and I happen to. I've taken a big interest in sexuality in women in particular. Mm-hmm. I did a 6-month Tantra training course with a very interesting instructor, and a lot of it was getting to know yourself, but it was like a group of, I'd say about 25 of us. Mm-hmm. And, this was a very kind of, I don't know, like unorthodox training. So we had a field trip to the strip club, like to worship the goddess, which is throwing money at a woman. And just like kind of dealing with how does that feel? Like dealing with your own issues of worthiness. Yeah. Is she worthy? Do I judge her? Do I judge myself? A lot of talk about orgasms. Some of the women in the program had never had an orgasm.
Wow.
Yeah, this was like a 53-year-old woman who had children. So she'd been having sex. No orgasms. 3
Not
children.
even for herself? Like she never even gave herself one?
No.
Wow.
Oh, she's a quitter.
She is a quitter. And
she's a quitter.
I agree. But there's like reasons behind like what makes someone a quitter in that. Like something happened.
Oh.
Because you don't just deny yourself that type of pleasure for no reason. Something happened.
She did.
Yeah. But something happened. And I feel like a lot of us have something happen. Someone says something to us. We're shamed about something, or, we tell our partner that we're into something and they're just like, ugh.
Yeah.
And so some people are just like, okay, you're not the partner for me. Other people are like, I'm gross. So anybody I'm with going forward, I'm never going to bring it up. And cheating themselves out of that type of satisfaction.
Do you feel like that older woman wanted like aggressive anal play?
Possibly.
Do you feel like that would have got it done?
Fisting.
Because after all those children and everything, and
I think it could help if that's what she's into.
Like aggressive, like anal play.
Yeah, like
did she ever open up?
Lubed up and consensual rough anal play.
Lubed and moved.
Lubed and moved. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she would have gone for it.
Really?
Okay.
I do.
What did she say?
She was just like so repressed that I feel like swinging the pendulum the other way to go just do something that maybe she deemed as like crazy would have opened her up. Even if she's like, I never want to do that again. Just the experience itself is going to change the way you move.
Yeah.
Did they hand out the pussy weights at this?
You had to order your own pussy weights. Actually, they did.
How much are pussy
they didn't
weights?
Provide?
You can get them on Amazon.
And
for
what are they? What are they?
Okay.
Are they Kegels? Like what?
Kind of. So a lot of people use yoni eggs, which is, these beautiful stones. And I brought one of those with me too.
Stones?
Yes. Like,
what are y'all talking about?
We're talking about a lot of vagina stuff. So you might want to tap out.
Stones is vagina stuff?
Yeah.
And what do you do?
There's vagina stones.
Okay. Let's just
Vagina
get into it.
stones.
Let's get into it.
Like Rosetta Stone?
You're going to learn about all of this.
What is this stuff?
This is a yoni egg.
Oh. Okay.
Is that rose quartz?
This is rose quartz.
Nice.
Yes.
Rose quartz.
Yeah, so you would
educate me.
You would so mine is drilled because you can put a string through it.
So this really looks like an egg, y'all. It's like a marble egg.
Happy Easter.
Something that'd be at your grandmom's house.
No, don't
on the table.
Don't bring Nana into this.
I'm sure I've seen this before in my grandmom's house.
Well,
I've seen this on the table with a bunch of little rocks.
I hope you didn't play with them.
Yeah.
I did play with them.
Oh, well.
It may not have been a yoni egg though. Maybe just decoration.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you would put this inside the vagina.
Like you put that in you?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes.
Okay.
And
and what does that do?
So this is where I call them weights. I'm jokingly and lovingly calling all these things weights because it's going to help you like train your pelvic floor and your muscles within your pussy to hold it in place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we had a gym teacher and she was like, I'm not even going to call you a pussy because that's a strong muscle. I'm going to call you a dick. A dick is a weak muscle. I was like,
and she was accurate.
Woo! Like, all right.
She was very accurate.
Very aggressive, lady. I'm not even going to call you. You're not worth being called a pussy. You're a dick.
Yes. Big move.
We are in ninth grade.
Yeah, that's big energy right there.
I'm saving that quote.
Big vagina energy?
Yeah, that was big vagina energy all day.
Strong vagina energy.
Yeah, she wasn't playing with y'all. I like her.
Yeah.
And she was telling the truth. And then you can make it stronger so if you're just like
holding a marble egg in there.
Yeah.
Can I hold it?
Yeah. Everything's been cleaned. Hopefully I didn't just crack it. So you would use these the same way you would use the yoni egg, and these have like a weighted ball in them as well. And same thing, you would insert there and the string hangs out. This is really good, like if you're new to that type of practice of doing Kegels with something inside of you, because that way if you kind of panic or you're just like, it's been in there long enough, I got to go pick up my kid, you can just quickly pull.
Oh, so something can get sucked up in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to come back down. But
how do these work without the string?
Without the string, you have to release.
Kind of like
you have to release.
Okay.
Right.
I
Do you
think
feel
I'll
like
use
some
the
women
string.
need to learn how to release?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that could get sucked up in there, and then
yes, and then you panic, and then you question all of your decisions. I'm saying this out of experience.
You can't release.
Yes, I've had a panic with this. So I bought it drilled because I wanted to use it with a string, and then I changed my mind. I'm like, I want to, go old school, I guess. And I had it in there, and I was ready for it to be out, or at least I thought I was, and I couldn't get it out, and I was freaking out because every time I went to go use the bathroom, I'm like, what if it falls out and then it falls in the toilet and I have to grab it? Like, you don't want it to fall out when you're not ready.
Right.
But just
can you imagine picking up your daughter?
It's like when you put your tampon in,
just roll down your leg.
And then you gotta go. It's like, damn, this is a fresh organic tampon. I don't know.
Right.
This
Like,
shit
where
is
did that
expensive.
marble egg come from?
yes,
My grandmom has one of those.
So you
little kid picks it up, plays with it.
Oh God.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what all
mommy
the panic
an
comes
egg.
from. And I think, I'm a big believer in like how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you have a lot of anxiety just in general, and then let's talk, add on some sexual anxiety or performance anxiety, this is a really good tool to help you get over that because it is going to teach you to release.
Wow. So I never knew marble eggs could be put in your vagina.
Yes.
Okay, so
This is unique.
and
This is my favorite one.
same. I have one of those.
Okay. So I like the...
What is happening today?
It's like letting your vagina do crunches.
Yeah, that's perfect.
It's like strengthening your vagina.
yeah.
So how long do you usually keep them in?
Like 15 minutes, sometimes longer.
Or you can like...
How long did you have yours in?
well, I read that you can keep it in up to 2 hours.
I knew you had yours in longer from the way you shake it.
Yeah.
It was like,
No, but
Mine's
everybody
4
who I
hours.
know has them. Like I ask like how long they keep them in because they really like they like almost like jingle when you walk. Like so it's like your vagina is like constantly like
Jingle.
doing
There's a lot
crunches.
going on, like
It's a lot
because you
going
feel
on.
it. Like this doesn't feel that heavy in your
Like-
hand, but it feels heavy.
Okay, so
when it's in there.
basically it's helping the pussy be able to grip to the dick.
Yeah,
You
if
know?
we're gonna
I
make
get
it about
that.
dick.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah,
I get the purpose, but it's just funny that you said jingle.
because they kind of do like
does.
because they're weighted.
Yeah.
Now okay, so that's good. Y'all got that out y'all system. There's a downfall to this. There's people that got this strength that are not using it right. So I've been with some girls that knew how to do
gotta talk about
the Kegel
teaching.
thing, and it just hurt. It was just like, you're just squeezing and it hurts. It's not you're not
I'm
doing
glad
it.
you said that.
You're not doing it right. It's not, this doesn't feel great. It just hurts.
Oh, I know what you're talking
You're
about.
choking me.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
I know what you're talking
it's
about.
not sexy.
Let's get into
Stop
it.
Yes.
doing that.
So that brings up another point. Like I'm not of the belief system that you do this for pleasing a partner.
Right.
You do this so
For
that
self.
you know how everything feels and works, because a lot of times we're not aware of every sensation. So if you're a woman and you find it difficult to orgasm, this can help you just be more aware of what feels good, what doesn't feel good. So the reason I like this one is because once it's in and it's got 2 little weighted balls here, you can practice squeezing the top and squeezing the bottom.
Wait, it moves like that?
It can. You can isolate.
You can isolate what?
Like the same way you could flex your upper
Yeah.
abdominal muscles and your lower
Or
ones.
the way that you can do the chest thing.
the little
like,
booby jump.
Wait, what? The tunnel work like that?
It
the
does.
vagina
It can.
is so interesting.
It can. And so this is how you
can do.
practice that.
Yeah.
So maybe right out the gate
No.
you don't.
You
But
could
then-
even put it in and do yoga. You could put it in and
Wait,
stretch.
no. I'm still. You can move the front and the back of it.
Yeah. But this helps you figure out that you can. So you might not know that you can, but having something that you can feel
What?
and you can feel the difference between, am I grabbing up here or am I grabbing below? Now you're feeling yourself almost from the inside. Like,
Yeah.
because now you have a sensation to grip on. And I don't think that has anything to do with gripping a partner's penis. That's just so you.
Please don't call it a penis on here. That
Well,
sounds so
dick.
scientific. The penis.
Well, because we're like going back and forth between
Dick.
like the muscle, anatomy of.
You can
of a
say dick
pussy.
on our podcast.
Well,
it's okay.
But if you want to say penis, it's fine.
Penis sounds like it's real.
But you have one. And
yeah,
you're upset
no, I
with
don't
it.
have a penis.
Oh,
Okay. All right, let's make that clear here.
Prove it. I'm just playing.
the voice
It's
got
the
deeper.
the second time she done said that.
Oh, is this the thing now?
No.
The penis.
Okay.
The penis,
so-
the dick.
So I think with women, like when it comes to like us orgasming more, I think it's better when we get to know our own bodies more.
Preach.
That's what this is.
Okay, so but then with men, like men pleasing women, it can get so tricky because like I feel like men kind of get, and I mean women can do the same thing, get the same routine and feel like it works for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
So how can people improve on making sure you get an orgasm? Like you're married, but we're dating.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have a different partner,
Yeah.
achieving an orgasm.
I think be intentional about it. Like know what you're showing up for. So anytime if I'm showing up to have sex with you, I'm showing up to have an orgasm. I would like you to get something out of it too.
Normal.
You'd be surprised.
You would be surprised.
Especially,
No.
a lot of us are people pleasers, and you're so excited. Maybe you had a crush on him for a long time. It's finally going down, and you just want him to, be obsessed with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you putting on a show for him.
Oh, you put on the show.
Sometimes.
Yeah, because you got the tunnel work. Okay, tell me more. I'm scared now. I didn't know the tunnel worked like that.
The tunnel can work
There's
like
channels.
That's crazy.
that. Yes.
It's like a seesaw.
But
So you guys are telling me that you have sex sometimes, and the goal for both people isn't to make sure each other have orgasms? Because I'm still trying to understand.
Sometimes
this
it's
concept.
not.
A lot of men don't know how to make women come. A lot of women don't know how to make themselves come. Some women don't start masturbating until later in life. Like you said, you met a woman that was 50 that never orgasmed.
Right.
Meanwhile, me, like, I know like young girls that like as soon as like you get your period, then you start like having a lot of hormones and getting horny. And I mean, just like boys, like young as fuck jacking off, it's the same thing. But I don't know, women, it can be harder for us to achieve an orgasm, but I think once you learn your body, you can learn how to do it in 30 seconds.
Whose fault is it if a woman doesn't have an orgasm? Like, whose fault?
I
feel like it's her fault.
Yeah, I think
and
it's
I feel
her
like shit
fault.
for saying that.
I think it's her fault, but I think
Yeah.
a man should.
He should care.
Yeah,
He should be concerned.
I go into it for that. That's my sole purpose.
but
Okay.
a lot of men don't do that.
Right.
I hear this.
And have you always been that way?
Always. What is the
Even
point
like
of sex
early
if-
20s.
Yes, always.
Okay, because
From 15. What do you mean? That's the point.
I don't believe you.
Why?
I don't. I think
That's
at
just how I was
16,
raised.
17, you was just trying to get a nut. I don't think you were like,
No.
I really want to make sure
No.
she's pleased. Really?
I have
Because you got a
friend-
reputation.
Okay.
Like, you can't just go in there and then the girl, you can be played like, oh, he was whack, and then it's going around like,
Yeah.
nah, that was always, I thought that was always the goal. So when I hear people like, oh, he wasn't even trying, I'm like, so he's just ready to put his rep out there like that, where girls are going to start talking about him, and then I didn't know. That's new for me.
Okay, so if
For real.
it's a woman's responsibility, okay, I had a situation.
This is already going.
After sex, like he was like in the bathroom watching his dick off, whatever y'all be doing in the bathroom after
Cleaning that shit.
peeing, like doing stuff, and we're still
Draining
on
the
the
vein.
bed. We're still on the bed waiting for the fucking rag. But anywho, within that phase, I pull out my vibrator to finish the job because like he had it, and it's like he got offended, and it's like, bro, like why are you offended that I didn't orgasm and I just want to? So, like, so if he finishes and I haven't, like, and he's getting up to continue his day, like,
Right.
do I wait until he goes to work to pull my vibrator out just to preserve his
No.
pride?
But I do think there could have been more communication around it. And I don't, if this is even if, I feel like even when it is casual, there still has to be a lot of communication as far as like.
And that was somebody I was, like, with.
Oh, okay,
Like,
then-
that was, like...
But
There
why
should
did
be
you
a-
pulling out during?
That was
why
gonna be my
is it
next question.
the surprise at the
like,
end?
But
like,
sometimes y'all don't always let us know when y'all about to be done.
Oh, this is true. I do.
Okay. I hate when I'm fucking somebody and they don't tell me when they're coming.
So he didn't tell you?
No. Or maybe I thought it would last long. I don't remember. This was maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. But oh damn, I shouldn't have said that. You don't have to cut it out.
But I feel like as a dude, if you gonna pull out something extracurricular, like pull it out during, so I at least know, like
so he can be included.
Yeah, and then if you keep going with it, it's like I see, like don't surprise me at the end.
I just wanted to fuck him. I didn't like. Sometimes you want to fuck with toys, sometimes you don't.
No, my ex in college did that. I ain't like it at all.
So what? Sometimes you want toys, sometimes you don't.
She waited all the way until it was like over, washed up and everything. Then she went back in there. I'm like, all right.
That's fair though.
No, that's whack.
It's fair, but I do feel like the communication is the breakdown.
What do you recommend that I do?
Okay, so if that's me and he's good, he's in there. What did you say? Draining the vein.
Drain the vein.
He's draining the vein and warming up the hot water for the rag. If he's a gentleman,
absolutely.
Then when he comes back in the room, like I would tell him, like, hey, I didn't finish. I'm glad you had a great time, but like, do you want to watch?
While I don't have that kind
I would ask, does he want to watch? I would ask, does he want to watch?
One, can we just move back a step? What if you in somebody's house and the hot water never come on? You ever had that experience?
I've had that.
You're trying to warm the rag up. It's like, look, it's cold. Shit. It's lukewarm.
Use the shower water.
That's so extra.
You've never laid there with a soggy pussy waiting to be wiped off. You can't tell me it's extra.
Hey, yes.
The soggy pussy.
It gets soggy.
It gets soggy?
Sometimes.
Well, yeah, especially if y'all...
I'm learning a lot about it. I didn't know it can hold eggs.
If you're shooting up the club.
Down there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Soggy.
It can get soggy.
The pussy should be soggy. Like,
yeah.
Ooh, that sounds great. I'm about to text somebody.
Soggy pussy. Okay, so yeah, you go in her bathroom, the hot water don't ever come on. You come out like, here, the rag is whatever. Here you go. Nice cold wipe. Sometimes a cold wipe feels clean.
Sometimes, I mean, look, I can deal with
like
that.
Like a baby again.
I will deal with that, but can he handle the fact that I might pull out the vibrator afterwards?
Is it bad that I don't like to wipe it myself? Do I have to wipe it?
I mean, that can be a little erotic.
I don't like that.
You don't want to wipe it?
I don't know what I'm doing.
You wiping you off.
I don't like when...
No, I just don't know what I'm doing.
If you're going to wipe me... If you're going to wipe me after sex, know what the fuck you're doing.
I don't know.
Or just hand me the rag. But I've said...
You don't want to do it? No,
I've said before, like, men with, like, young kids wipe the best. That's like a lot.
I'm
but
not
like
trying to wipe it wrong. And then
it's just... You can't, there's only one way to wipe it. Just...
I know, but then I feel like you gotta get it all.
Don't go butt to pussy.
Just don't bring
like,
your butt.
I'm not wiping your butt.
No.
First of all,
no, just I mean, like, but when you're wiping something up and then you just kind of do like the.
You know you're a freak. You wiping
one
this
the other
ass.
way. I mean, like if
that's what he's into, let him wipe.
But
I'm not wiping no ass because the worst thing is you wipe the ass and it needed wiping.
Oh, y'all shouldn't be fucking.
Yeah, that's a whole different problem.
No, but
it can happen.
So if she's on her stomach because you came on her ass, like, and if you like wipe the butt, like
that's a cheek wipe.
No, but like there can be a lot of cum, so it depends like where
it all is. In the middle?
Yeah.
See, that's where you get in that danger zone where it's like, oh, you want to go in there and hit that? You might want to get a couple extra swipes.
I feel like when you're in that danger zone, you know the dangers of what can happen back there. I mean, like I've never had. Knock on all the wood in the world. I've never had a bad like anal experience with like that.
Never had a bad one.
Cause y'all ladies.
Well, just eat your fiber.
Yeah.
What'd that do?
So you cleared out. You don't want to have mud butt on the day of
mud butt. Yo, this is really
that's what truffle butter is
today.
Have you ever seen truffle butter? Like the definition on Urban Dictionary?
Oh no!
Oh,
that's what that old lady need. That was at your little retreat.
You never seen what truffle butter means?
Play. Don't show us, please.
Show me now.
No, it's hilarious.
Eat your fiber.
Truffle butter. Hold on.
So you don't have truffle butter.
You gotta see this. You gotta see this.
This is getting real sick.
You're the one that brought up butt stuff.
Okay, truffle butter says.
Oh, can I read it?
Yes, please read it
she
out
has this
loud.
elegant voice.
Yes, read it.
It's a combination of fluids from having anal sex and intercourse. Reference to the color and texture of thick substance that forms after having both anal sex, the direct penetration of the vagina afterwards.
That's how you get
without
hepatitis
washing first.
And
oh God. Taking its name from the truffles because of Because of color, this is terrible. Okay, because of color and the gooey, thick substance created after penetrating both holes sexually.
That's what y'all want?
No, you don't want truffle butter. This is what I'm telling you. Eat your fiber.
Truffle butter is mud butter.
Don't you get that from eating your fiber?
No, like it pushes that out.
No, you gotta clear out.
You gotta clear it out. Like the day before or the morning of, just knock out some Metamucil or some shit.
I'm good. It's too much to do with that.
Then that's not your thing. But if that's your thing, then you're gonna prepare.
You know that's not your thing. You've said that before.
Yeah, if it's not your thing, then don't do all that.
I'm never gonna find a wife.
You will. She just won't have to do butt stuff, and I think she'll be thrilled.
You think so?
You can do other stuff.
Someone will be thrilled that you don't want butt stuff.
Podcast as a guest likes butt stuff.
Oh, well, y'all some freaks.
And it's been getting sad for me. It's like, man, am I going to be alone because I don't do butt stuff?
You will find your non-butt stuff queen. Yeah. I have faith.
And who knows? Maybe you guys might want to get adventurous in 10 years and try some butt stuff.
No, not on me.
Not on you.
On her.
That would haunt me. I would wake up in the middle of my sleep like,
no, on her.
Somebody tried it before. Like, they try to, like, ease their way back there.
I mean, but you never really know. I mean, when you're...
How do you know you don't like it?
Sometimes, like, as a woman, sometimes you don't know. Like, I was dating a guy, and, well, I had met this guy, and I was, like, interested. Like, we're always scoping out BDE and whatnot. So I was just, like... he seems cool, but I don't think he's gonna like butt stuff. He doesn't seem like that type of guy.
Right.
Like, and my friend was like, damn, that sucks. I'm just like, yeah, like, seems like he'd be into some freaky shit, but he's not gonna let me near his butt at all. He's not gonna let me near the booty. And it's fine, but once you've done it and you see like how awesome it can be, it's like, let's do this. Like,
no, I don't butt stuff shame. I just think for me, I'm good. Like, I don't...
No, that's fine.
And that's fine. Yeah, that is.
It might be between me just being a pleaser as a person. I don't need that much attention.
It's kind of like...
What if she wants the attention?
But the girl...
No. If she want the butt stuff, that's fine. I'm talking about for me.
Oh, okay.
We have to feel it out,
do whatever you want.
You gotta... Like, you can tell, like, when you're giving head if a guy, like...
she tried to fill it out.
His ass ate. Yeah, like...
Ate?
Because, yeah... I need to stop talking about this.
Because I'm trying to still figure out how a dude gets in position to get ate.
Exactly how you think you would.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Like spread eagle? Like on his back with his legs?
If you want it from the back,
no. Hairy thighs.
Y'all are sick.
That's fine. I'll be that.
Just, ew.
Don't yuck other people's yums.
No, exactly.
Yeah, y'all got that. Y'all get a mouthful. Y'all got it?
Okay, so
got it.
I think a real grown man is going to figure out how to make a woman come. Like, a grown man, like, that's his sole purpose, to make a woman come, because, like, it's easy for a man to come. It takes nothing to make... Well, it does take something, but it's a bit more tricky to get a woman to come. So, like I said, grown men know how to make women come. Mm-hmm. But how do you... I think some partners, you can tell they're teachable. Like, they're not that freaky, but you can tell you can get them into stuff.
Right.
But how do you get somebody to, like, get more comfortable with new things?
First, being comfortable with it yourself.
Right.
So that's where, like, the self-work comes around. And I feel like every time you kind of unlock a new level of self-acceptance, I feel like you also unlock a new level of potential pleasure and things that you enjoy. And if you're partnered, or if you're, casually dating and you have multiple partners, just communicating to them what you like. And that doesn't always have to be verbal. Sometimes you can show them what you like. So I'm a big fan of, like, do you want to watch me? I'm going to make myself come. Do you want to see how I do it? You can show them, the last porn that, whatever clip that you got off to. You're like, oh, like, here's my browser history, and just see how they react to it.
Cute. I like that.
You're a really nasty, soft-spoken person. Like, it's really nasty. It's like, oh,
what's your sign?
Look
Gemini.
at my browser and...
I knew that, but I wanted you to tell the folks that you're a Gemini.
Geminis are dope. So this is the thing. Like, when I have sex, I straight up tell them, like, I'm not playing the guessing game. Like, how do we get this done?
Good.
Like, you see, I'm trying.
What do you like? Yeah, I always say,
just
like,
show me. Like, it's
but
fine.
If she's not
There's
even
no
comfortable
ego
with herself, then that's still a loaded question.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's why I do think, like, you have to figure it out on you first.
And you got to know how to pick your partner. You got to be aligned.
Yes.
Gotta be aligned. But me, I just be like, look, I'm about to go down and do this. And I'll come up like, show me.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be down here all day playing the guessing game. I don't have time for this.
But I mean, also, like,
you
do different things and you just see, like, how the body reacts.
Yes.
Like, I would say that my top 2 head givers. Top two head givers were like very attentive when it came to like, even like if you look, you know how you look down at your partner when they're giving you head, and like you look down and they're looking at you, they're looking at how your body reacts to different stuff.
Yes.
I'm like, that's what we love to see.
Yes,
that's what we love to see. But I don't think a lot of men are in tune to it, because a lot of men are just having sex for self.
I still think it's on both. Like, because say he's being attentive, but you haven't figured out what you like yet. Like, it does nothing.
But what if somebody, like, they're fun, but they're not really, like, freaky like that?
That's a conversation to have. Like, you would have to tell them, okay, well, I am about that freak shit. So how do we meet in the middle? Like, tell me what's off limits for you. I think it always just comes back to communication. So, like, in my...
Such a serious talk around sex would
it's
just
not
turn
serious.
me off.
It's not serious.
No, it's fun. And then you can fuck after.
No, it's very necessary.
Yeah.
But that's why I feel like if it just don't work, it don't work.
Yeah,
you know
but this is also with a partner. You can't just be doing this with, like, people you're dating. But
I hear what y'all saying, but you know what I mean? Like, having these such serious, like, hey, so, let's talk about our limitations. I'm not trying to fuck no more. After that talk, it's like, we need 2 days.
No, we can go, like, out
I have to sit here and break it down.
We can go
and,
out
like,
for drinks.
Yeah, it can be in a casual setting.
Yeah, it's not like...
So tell me how you would really say it, because right now it sounds like it's like an office meeting. Like, hey, so last night, let's talk about our limitations. Let's just put it all on.
So I noticed I licked your gooch and you didn't like it. Do you like butt stuff?
You can ask just like that.
I licked your gooch and like you kind of flinched.
Like, I want to hear
exactly
how y'all
like
really
that.
That's how you say it too?
Yes. If that's what happens.
Well, you're married. You probably don't have to say anything to nobody.
No, I still do, because
you still gotta communicate.
You still
I'm just saying, but not like where it's like, hey, so about last night, let's talk about how we.
Well, if you try some new shit, sometimes you do have to unpack that the next day.
Yeah.
Oh, talk to me about the unpacking.
Well, like, okay, so. Now I'm about to put all my shit out here.
You don't have to. I mean, like, as much as you want.
As much as I want. Okay, so we've been together for 12 years, married for 8. Wow. Right? So what you were doing in year 1, that was new because y'all just got your hands on each other. That's good. But if that's your routine for 12 years in, you're going to be boring and you're going to get a divorce. Like, just bottom line. So over the years, like, same way your iPhone has to be updated every once in a while, you're going to update. We on a new operating system, and now we like some new shit. We done found a new kink, or we found something that we want to try, and that still has to be talked about, because you're showing up to the bedroom or wherever, the backseat, wherever it happens, with something new that this person that's known you, in my case, for over a decade, is like, fuck, can we talk about this?
Yeah.
Like, since when? So that's all I mean. It's a conversation, and it can happen in the act where, if you lick the gooch and he wasn't feeling it, like that was the conversation right there. Where he moves your head aside and you're like, noted. It can be that simple. It doesn't have to be like a full on, like, let's print out the list of hard limits and soft limits, which I still think would be beneficial. But if you don't want to be that formal, it's just a conversation.
So, okay, how long y'all been married again?
8 years.
8 years.
Well, it'll be 8 years in July. Yeah.
So after what point do you feel like it's time for an update on the iOS? Like, what is that update point? Because I have my own theories.
I think it's going to vary between couples, between individuals, but I would say like every couple of years, like around 3 years.
And this is why, as a man, it's good to find a woman that just at base has good vagina. Just at base.
Yeah.
Because even if it's like, oh, we're not doing much, it still feels great. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, this is still a good time. You know?
Right.
And me, I feel like knowing this, because I've been in a few long-term relationships, none as long as 8, but long 5 and 4s and 3s. I learned in the beginning not to have so much sex. Like, I'll try to space it out as much as possible.
Why?
Because you don't want to run it up too early. Like,
that's
it's
how you
fun.
feel?
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't. Because I know as a man how we get when you have something so much every day. It's like, it's kind of getting like, that's how dudes are. We kind of get over
so then you have to, that's when you have your
update. Update the iOS.
That's why I don't want to update the iOS so quick. So I only use the iPhone about once or twice a week.
It's still an update.
I know, but now I can use,
getting better and better.
I can keep my 11 plus for longer because I only unraveled. You know what I'm saying?
This update is killing me.
I understand.
Like, if I start dealing with somebody, we talking like sex like once or twice a week.
Okay.
And then if we start getting serious, then I'll slowly locomotive my way into
But we're talking frequency versus like quality and versus what's actually happening when the sex is taking place. So it's like, so I'm saying like, even whether it's, 5 days a week, but you've got your routine that works out in the beginning, I do think you're going to get bored with that, as you should.
How many times can you switch it up?
I mean, but also you can go places too, like like vacation sex is different. Hotel, Airbnb sex, that shit is different. If you just like have somebody that you fuck with, y'all just get an Airbnb for the night. You go somewhere, take a little vacation.
I feel like it's different.
Even
for
if
women.
you go to like Vegas,
I think it's different for y'all.
You're somewhere, y'all have on outfits, you're going cute places, you're dating, and you get to just keep fucking.
It's the same fuck. It is. It's the same fuck. That's just how guys look at it.
Different.
I can't speak for every guy in the world, but it's the same fuck. Vacation fuck.
It can be. I feel like vacation sex is different.
No, it's still it's dope.
Absolutely.
No. When I say it's the
different
same,
scenery.
not as in it's whack. It's just like, oh no, we're just here now.
For me, it's different. Okay, like so, just on a practical matter, right? So if you're at your house, like I live in an apartment too, so you got neighbors on each side. You see these people every morning, so you're not gonna be as loud. That like just off top.
Who?
I feel like you're not going to be as loud, and you're probably not going to be as foul with the shit that you're saying because you have to see this person the next morning, in the parking structure.
That's a very unique. Okay.
No,
I'm not saying this is not valid.
Okay. Yeah. Now, when you're on vacation, you don't know them people next door. You don't give a fuck what they hear.
You actually give a fuck about the neighbors when you're having sex?
Well, mine, because like I see them a lot.
Well, if they've complained,
and I mean,
you ever had a complaint?
But I'm like,
I'm just saying, even like on a subconscious level, if it's a concern in your mind at all, when you go somewhere where it's no longer a concern, you gonna act different.
Yeah, vacation sex, and then it's a different scenery. You're on these white sheets, and
you don't have to wash those sheets.
Y'all have been drinking. Yeah, you're gonna get new sheets. There's endless warm towels. Like you're fucking all the time, everywhere, in the shower, on the bed, everywhere. When you're
I think this is great insight, fellas, man. If you got a girl, man, take her on a damn trip, even if it's an hour away. Take her to San Diego.
Yeah. Yes.
I like this.
Yeah.
I just feel like for men, it's still the same.
Okay.
I think it's a dope vibe.
But it's something you do for the woman because it's gonna make her happy. Her pussy's gonna get wet. But
Listen,
I like guys that like getaways too. Like let's get away for the weekend. Let's go like out of the city and go do some freak nasty shit and then come back.
But if you book the room and drive out to San Diego and then you still do the same shit, that's on you too.
I mean,
that's your turn.
At the end
that's
of the
your
day,
turn to turn up as well
me,
and ask for whatever you've been holding off on.
I'm a pleaser, so if she likes that, that's what I'm down for. That's what makes me happy.
I understand being a pleaser,
but for dudes that like to get theirs off,
okay,
I want to know because y'all talk about this, not coming thing. This happens to guys too.
Well, tell us about it.
Oh man, it's serious. It's very. You can do the eye thing too. I had a conversation with my homeboy about this.
You fake cum or
I faked it a lot in life. I faked it quite a few times.
How? Have you ever got caught faking it?
More than 20 times.
Have you ever gotten caught faking it?
Yes.
What did you do?
I didn't know what to do.
What did she say? What did she say? No, I need to know at least like the worst experience in those 20.
The worst experience is when they cry. Because if it happens and I said this somewhere else, and they was like, "Oh, I don't believe somebody cried." No, if you with somebody and they really trying to please you and you don't come, it can bring a very strange. So that's when you start thinking. But did y'all
just stop, or
I just stopped because I knew I wasn't gonna come. It was like, oh, it's not gonna happen. But I was okay with that.
Yeah, but she didn't.
She wasn't okay with that.
No, we need.
It can happen.
It can happen.
Really?
It can happen.
It can happen.
I think it happens to people that are overly exposed to sex. I think you could, or I mean, for me personally, sometimes mentally I get into like a zone of just pleasing that I cut off that part, and then when it comes time, I just can't. I just can't get it back in a groove. Like
I definitely don't need to come every time I have sex. I'm okay not coming every time I have sex.
No, I don't like that.
No, I'm totally fine with it, and because sometimes when I come like really like I come really hard, and I might not be horny again.
That's what I came
for a little bit. Like
that's what we came for.
I might not be horny again, but then other
Who's
times,
not suiting up for the big? I wish a girl would tell. Oh no, it's not this time because I don't feel like it exerts so much energy.
No,
it's time.
But it usually
I don't need it every time.
But because exactly, but because we're also usually the ones in control of coming. Like, it's a woman's job to make sure that she comes. Yes, a man should care about it and want to make us come, but it is a woman's job to make sure that she gets her orgasm. But sometimes we don't want one.
I don't know.
Also,
it's not sometimes that I don't want. Sometimes it's a time constraint. Sometimes like it's just about him in the moment.
We're gonna fuck again later.
Yeah,
it's fine. I'll get it off later. If we're gonna fuck 3 times in one day, like I don't have to come 3 times in one day. You can come 3 times in one day, but I don't have to. I really don't have to.
What, nigga? You can come 3 times in one day.
I mean, if we go on vacation, we're fucking 3 times a day.
They out there.
Yeah, I mean,
vacation. Yeah.
No, and at home.
You go to Mexico. You'll probably fuck 3 times a day.
If I go to Mexico?
Yeah, like if you're...
Wait, what's happening in Mexico?
Like if you go on a trip, like a vacation.
I don't think you need to go to Mexico for that to happen. I think that can be a mind state thing. That,
absolutely.
I hear y'all. Look, but I'm not playing. I'm not playing football. And it's not the Super Bowl. Like like every day has to be the Super Bowl.
Every day has to be the Super Bowl.
Yes, every time. I'm not doing this. Oh no, it's okay. Not
no,
this
but
time.
I'm
not doing that.
Do you remember I told you?
Or we can just stop. Period. Then I don't want nothing either.
That's no fun either.
I told you there was a guy. He like our sex was so amazing, but it was like relationship vacation level sex every time, and it was too much.
That's me.
Why was it too much?
Big game.
Because but also I didn't like him like that.
Okay,
there
we
so
go.
That's
it wasn't too much. You didn't like him.
It's that, but also like if he came over, like if no, he would leave. Like I make sure I get people out. If we're ever laying in bed and I look at you say, "What do you have to do today?" It means get out. Get the fuck out. If I say, "What's on your agenda for the day?" Get out now. Find your drawers. Find your pants. Get out.
If I said this, it'd be a whole clip on YouTube. Cancel.
He hates women.
Can you believe he said this?
It's honest though. It's honest. Sometimes people be laying up too long, but like when I want somebody to go, I definitely.
So you don't like relationship D from somebody?
That's not the relationship person.
What's the relationship? What makes a relationship D?
It was like
is it too passionate?
Yeah, like it was. It was really amazing.
It's blowing her mind right now.
It was really amazing.
So why is it too much if it's like so like I don't understand how you have too much.
Like I just didn't like him like that.
Okay, so it was just him.
Yeah. I didn't like him like that. Like he was and I honestly didn't even think that he would be able to dick me down the way that he did. Like
those are the ones that get you. Those are the ones that get you.
He was a cornball. Like he was so corny.
If he's so corny, how he get it?
Because, I mean, like, he had, like, some type of little swag to him. He was very attractive.
Okay, that helps.
Very attractive, but corny.
You see how these women talk? Y'all see this? He was so corny, and he rocked my fucking world.
Yeah, absolutely. He's, like...
multiple times, but he was so corny.
Yeah, but in other areas of life, he was corny.
Yeah.
Like what?
Doesn't
matter.
Like
how, who cares?
Yeah. I'm like...
He started describing it. Well, he wore his hat.
Like...
Yeah, the house right now. God, like, oh, shit, she's talking about me.
So I was talking about somebody on the podcast, and I talked about him twice, and he like commented on one of the pictures and just the 100 emoji because he knew I was talking about him.
Was it a good one? Was it a good one?
No, he's like saying like, I see you. I know you talking about me. Like I heard you talking shit about me on your podcast.
Oh, you was talking shit about him?
Not like that bad, but I was just saying that he was kind of like creepy and did some weird shit.
Oh, he knows he's creepy. He knows he's creepy.
But
creep shit.
Yeah, he did some creep shit, and then so I blocked him.
Okay,
that's dope. You listen to the podcast, bro. You know, share it to your friends. You know, expose the episode. Like, yo, she talk about me here. Get our viewership up.
Get our views up. Yes,
that's what's up.
Views up. Okay,
yeah, but I just wanted to let y'all know that guys deal with this too. You know, sometimes we don't come.
Okay. So then you should speak up.
Yeah, but sometimes, sometimes you in it and you just know it's not going to happen. Or it's going to take so much work, you feel bad. It's like
I think that's a cop out. Like how are you able to like put your face in somebody's pussy, but you can't have a conversation with them about what you like and don't like.
I don't really feel like it's their fault. Like I don't feel like it's their fault.
You're just not into them, or like what?
I think it's just some stuff is just personal. You know how maybe it's a girl. She like, I never made myself come. Don't be sad. Mm-hmm. You know, dude's having sex with her. He's really trying. She's like, yo, don't be. I never come. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's beyond what the woman is doing, what the female's doing. But I've been there multiple times, and it's just like anything we can do about it.
Okay.
Or you just fake it, and everybody's happy when you fake it.
Okay.
No.
Everybody's happy.
Not long term.
When women
No,
fake
not
it,
long term.
everyone's
and
happy.
not often.
Yeah.
No, every now and then, fine, whatever.
I think we got to stop faking it.
Did you
Both
come?
sides.
Yeah, I came to my senses. Get out my house.
Oh man, I fake it real good too. Oh, yeah, I'm like,
You extra with it.
yeah, give you everything, make you feel good.
Don't fake it.
Uplift my queen.
I don't.
Stop.
Come on, queen, you did that, queen.
But
This
she didn't.
is why Queen
Royalty.
is toxic.
But she didn't. Now
She
she's
did.
out here now she's moving through life
I
like she
want her
did.
to feel like that.
But
Empower her.
but she's gonna be like just leaving a trail of disappointment because she
No,
thinks
it's
she did it.
okay. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Just the same way when we
Trash.
fake it for y'all.
Okay.
We send y'all out into the world
I
like.
know when
so-
y'all faking it.
Do you?
No, you don't. Not if she's a good actress.
No, because it's a physical thing. You can see it. I'm like, oh, okay, you did all that. And, okay, all right.
But sometimes, I mean, it's different.
No,
it
you
depends.
can physically see it. If you're doing
It
it the right
depends.
way, it's a physical
Yeah,
seeing of
yeah.
what's happening.
Yeah, but sometimes it's more than other times too.
No. You
Yeah.
know. You know.
Like that.
Yeah, sometimes it's more than other times.
I had... they
Just
were never
even
black
with
people.
y'all, sometimes y'all come a lot, and sometimes
Yeah, it's
like
not
you
always
I
gonna
don't.
be like a
feel
big
I had
grand
somebody
finale.
fake it, but I feel like somebody was just trying to do extra to make it more exciting than it had to be. I was like,
That
all
happens
right,
a lot.
relax.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, relax.
I know it ain't that crazy. Like, all right now. Like,
What?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, okay, like you're dying.
Are you okay? Okay, so I watch. Well, I follow this page called Cups and Convos on Twitter. So they asked, "What is your sex flaw?" So I think we should talk about like honestly what we feel like a sex flaw of ours
Sex
might
flaw.
be.
Damn, a flaw.
Yeah,
Okay.
a sex flaw, just straight up. I would say I'm definitely lazy when it comes to riding dick. Like I'm great at it, but like I mean that's an obvious one. It's hard to ride dick. It's so hard. It takes a lot of leg
does.
muscles. And especially if you did leg day. Like I literally so I went this was kind of cute. So me and one of my people that I'm seeing, we worked out. And then after we left the gym, like we fucked. And he tried to make me get on top. I'm like, nigga, I just did legs.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck? Like,
That
no.
was rude. That was
So
rude.
How dare he?
Yeah, how dare you? I just did legs.
No, but we being serious.
But like, no.
We've talked about. Do you know how much
But that's a
energy
sex
we have
flaw.
to exert to have
Here
sex?
we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I know.
Do you understand? Arms, core, legs. We have to do
And
everything.
we're very proud of you.
Oh,
But also with the way that our
better fake it
parts
for me, girl.
work,
I'm tired.
but the way that our parts work, like those are the positions that work the best.
Oh, I'm not complaining.
You
What I'm
just
saying
you literally
is,
just
Y'all do
complained.
put in
what I'm
work.
saying is, a woman can't go, oh, we just did leg day, and we go to the gym and walk through life and still have to hold ourselves up for 45 minutes and stroke.
Well, at least you're in
I
some
want
pussy.
every woman watching and listening
You're
to
in
this
some pussy,
to
though.
put
Relax.
themselves in a plank position and stroke for 45 minutes straight. Just hold yourself up and
Let's
stroke.
do a challenge.
Yeah, let's do the man stroke challenge and see y'all can respect how much effort.
No,
when y'all
we have
become,
to.
oh, he was so whack and it was this. It's like,
You-
hold
no,
your
we
ass
have
up
to-
and
we
You
do
have
it.
to
couldn't
do,
even
like-
do it without being in some pussy. You couldn't stay there in
No, I
plank.
have to be.
Okay.
I have
No,
to. I
okay,
trained
so
for this.
we need to figure
Talk
out
about,
some
I
type
trained for
of
this. This is the Olympics.
some type of baby shower type game. That
no.
that's called like get the strap, and we can see who can fuck for the longest.
Yo, for real, like, okay, so I was on World
Let's
Star
do
back in the
this.
day, and the porn stars were talking about the real, actors are the guys. Because she's like, do you know how much work that is to be stroking? And it was like Pinky talking about it. She was like, I put on a strap on and did a strap on like video, and she was like, I had no idea how hard it is to fuck as a guy.
But y'all
She was
also
like, I
have
was
way more
winded.
muscle than us. Y'all have
According
way
to
more
what?
muscle. According to like literally science. Like a skinny ass
science.
little boy could probably pick me up and I couldn't pick him up. Like, well, maybe I could pick him up. But like a skinny ass little boy can like pick you up like this. Like, and you'd be very surprised.
No, we have
I
to
love-
or we get shamed.
I love when a
This
man
is not
picks me
strength.
up.
This is fear.
Well,
I gotta put it down. She gonna talk about me.
we'll take it. We'll take the fear. That's fine.
It's fine.
Y'all have no
That's
idea.
fine.
I
You
mean,
don't
I
want a
trained
bad
for this
rep
though.
out
I
there.
trained for that.
Yeah.
So,
So okay, so sex flaws. Mine,
Sex
one would definitely be riding dick for sure. Well, what would you think yours would be?
I feel like I take a long time to build up the courage to say I want to try something new. So, we can go for like 6 months where I'm just kind of quietly stewing, like, oh, you know, I want to try this. I want to do something. I'm like, bitch, say it.
Yeah.
Fucking say it.
Yeah.
And
closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah. And then it gets to the point where I'm, you know, borderline resentful. Like, oh, we're just doing the same shit. And I'm like, because you know you want to do something else, but you won't fucking say it.
Yeah.
And so we're just kind of in here, like staying in my head too much. I would say is the biggest flaw.
I hate that because that's when you dating somebody and they have an attitude and you ask them, what's up? What's wrong? Nothing.
Exactly.
It's like, how you mad at me for something you didn't tell me, but you mad at me for not doing it?
Yeah, that's relationship.
I feel seen.
Relationships.
And seen.
I feel seen.
Hey, relax. It's Women's History Month.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, be nice.
Yeah, happy Women's History
I'm
Month.
loving this women shame thing.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That went left.
No, I think I'm kind of the same way, though. You know, I don't think I would ever tell a woman I don't like something.
Or that you want to try something new. You want her to guide it?
I don't think I would ever would. Now I sound like a freak. I'm just, what else new can I try?
That's okay, too.
No, I don't feel like I'll ever sit there and tell somebody that I like a lot. Like, oh, yeah, we should try this. I don't really like that. I don't think I would ever say that. Like, ever.
This is sidebar, but do you masturbate without your partner?
All the time.
Or, like, do you
All the
send
time.
videos?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes. But
So, if you take nudes and I'm just jumping all over.
get in here. Yeah.
If you take nudes and you don't send them to your partner, or you see that your partner took nudes and didn't send them to you, like, are you feeling away?
Took nudes. How would you know?
Yeah.
If you see, like, in their camera roll that they have, like, some dick
So
pics.
we see what Carmen does in her guy's phone.
I know.
Hey, let me see.
Why
didn't you send this one?
If you just like happen to like, you know,
Right,
you
I get
open
what you're
up
saying.
the camera roll.
Yeah.
Like I do not look through phones because I don't like.
Yeah, I don't look.
I do not look
But
through phones.
I get what you're saying.
period.
So if you happen to see something, right?
Yeah.
So I have news that I haven't sent him, right? Just because
same.
I was documenting my fitness journey because I was feeling some type of way about myself. I wanted to see what my pussy looked like that day. Like
Yeah.
they're
And you
they're
gotta
in
keep
there.
some in the chamber too.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because
Sometimes
you
you
might
just
sent them all.
That hidden file, that hidden
it's
folder.
Like, oh, hold on, bitch. Like, let me
Yes.
snap up. Like,
So for me, because I know I have stuff that I haven't sent him. If he had something that he didn't send me, I wouldn't feel a type of way.
yeah.
Man nudes.
But I also want my
Not a
own.
fan.
I want my own. Like, I don't want a recycled dick pic. I can tell when I got a recycled dick
And
pic.
we was talking about that. There's a
I
difference
asked for
between
dick pics.
a man nude and a dick pic.
Yeah.
True.
It's two different nudes.
Yes.
It's one's here.
I'm not a
and
fan
one's
of the
here.
man
Yeah.
nude.
Here.
No chest, no abs, nothing.
But dick pics are fine.
You're going to get either or.
Okay.
You're going to get all this body and no dick or all dick and no body. I'm not putting it all together as a combo.
That's fine. I
Okay.
think that's fine. Yeah.
It weirds me out to stand there in the mirror.
I think we all feel like idiots trying to get the angle right when you butt ass naked.
As a
or
man
especially if you
trying
wanna,
to get the angle
pussy
right.
shot.
Yeah.
As a man trying to get the
Self-timer.
angle right.
Yes.
Self-timer, sis.
Self-timer,
Self-timer,
or just set
tripod.
it to
That's
video
how I
and grab the
feel.
screenshot.
That's how I feel. Like self-timer, sis, and I'm not sis. Like, I'm not doing it. I want my girls like, can
No,
you just send
but,
me a
like-
man nude? Like, just stand there. I'm like,
No, I never want man
No.
nudes. I want a dick
doing
pic
that.
or a dick video.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I only want a pic or a video.
what is a dick video?
What do you think?
Like
you stroking
Jacking
it.
off.
Yeah.
I want to
Let me see.
Like, if you say
I feel
that,
like such a
like,
child
if
on this
you-
show.
But if
Like,
you're,
what have I done?
But if they're out of town or even if they're like at home horny and and they say like, hey, like I'm horny, let me see. My dick is hard. Let me see it.
Okay.
Send me a video.
Words
prove
I would
it.
never say, but I get you.
Okay.
I know, I understand. I get it. Look, I'm not knocking you. I'm starting to come to.
Hey, I don't feel ashamed at all. I like what I like.
I don't think you should feel ashamed.
Oh, I'm not.
I'm sure if I say here were a bunch of guys, y'all hear some crazy shit too about
Oh,
it.
Yes.
absolutely.
We need that kind of episode.
You really
What,
should.
guy
I don't
talk?
feel like y'all really know some of y'all friends like you think you know them.
I know some of my friends too
Guys
well.
or girls?
I feel like some girls don't really know their friends. Until they
yeah.
get around a guy, they kind of dealt with him like, oh, you know.
But there's levels to people too. Some people like just like you have different friends that are like fun for different things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Yeah, we need an episode like that.
and different people bring out different things in you.
absolutely.
So like if she was, busting it open for him and doing all kinds of crazy shit for him, the next guy she's with, that might not be their thing.
No, of course.
Right? So just depends on who you have in the room,
Yeah,
what
you
what
have
it's
to-
going to be.
You have to meet a new partner with a new energy, not with
Right.
learn things from previous partners, but you're not going to fuck somebody the same way you fuck somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Back on. Okay.
Oh.
And we're back. Okay.
My bad.
It's fine.
I was like, and I saw your face, and I was like,
It happens.
I was traumatized.
it's like,
And it was in the thick of it.
I mean, it happens.
It happens.
It happens.
Okay, and we're back.
How long have we been recording so far?
We got 8 more minutes.
Awesome. Let's talk about something on here. You pick something that you want to talk about.
Okay.
Anything.
I feel like we've gone over. Oh, foreplay. Let's get in there. We talked about communication.
And we might need to do a little bit more on mastering self because
Yes, let's get
I'm
in.
squirting and coming.
Yeah.
You want to do that? Okay.
And then, okay.
Cool. And we can go for more than 8 minutes. It's totally fine.
We just got to restart the camera.
Oh, okay. Do what? Oh, sorry.
Just forgot to.
So good.
All right, so you were talking about energy, so you got to kind of segue it to. You were the last one talking.
Where do you want to?
Are we going to mastering self and?
Yeah, let's do mastering self.
Okay.
Okay, so back to mastering self. I think it's really important for women to do themselves and to figure out what they like. So it's easier to bring a man in and still enjoy them.
Right.
So how would you recommend that women get into mastering self? You said a Tantra. What was that exactly?
Okay. So there was a woman named Psalm Isadora, and she started out in yoga and then took all these trips to India and was just studying.
And just started masturbating real aggressively overseas.
Low key, yes.
Yeah, I can tell. Especially in India. She's like, oh, lonely.
So, she learned all the traditional values of it, of, the goddess and all these other deities. When she came back, she wanted to teach it in a way that was easier to digest for regular people. So you're not sitting there chanting in Sanskrit or painting your face or doing anything crazy. It was just about, here's how to breathe and feel comfortable in your body. Here's how to deal with however you feel about your desires, things that you want, and just coming to terms with yourself. That's all it really was. And then, the other parts of okay, now lay on the floor and massage your nipples with coconut oil, that was added. So
wait, y'all all laid there in a circle?
Yes, I was in a room with 26 women.
It's only 4 women.
Yes.
Did y'all need somebody there to assist?
Well, they gave out these little cups of coconut oil. Everyone got
Can
a
you
towel.
next time this happens, can I bring out the cups?
Yes.
I just want to
There are
observe
men there?
and learn.
No, there was no men there.
Oh, okay.
He wants to be a
Yeah,
cup
I just want to I want to be
distributor.
Yeah.
I want to go to one.
The waiter.
How much was it?
I didn't have to pay because it was a work study for me.
Oh, nice.
So at the time
People
I
probably
thought that's
pay
what I
hella
wanted.
money though.
And I would like to work study as well. I would like to get this information and come to provide my service. Internship, as they would say.
An internship.
I'd like to do an internship there.
That might not go over too well because again, so the type of women there, it was such an interesting range. So we had the 53-year-old who had never come before, and then we had a professional dominatrix who wanted to add that to her services. She wanted to be I'm the dominatrix that also knows about Tantra. So now
I want to learn
the price
about
just went up,
Dom and
you know?
sub. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so that was I thought that was a cool mix of women to have. And then you kind of had everyone in between. You've got people with their, your daddy issues or people that feel like they're having a lot of sex, but they don't feel worthy. I actually went for a very interesting reason. I went for career purposes. So I felt like I feel the most in control and able to advocate for myself and speak up for myself during sex. I feel like that's the time in my life where I usually get what I want.
Okay.
Actually, most of the time, get what I want.
See, uplift the queen.
So I felt like, how can I do that in my professional life, but without fucking people because I'm married and it's not an open marriage. So I was like, so how do I keep that same energy without having to give that energy? Because I didn't want to be flirting with people or just trying to use sexual energy in a weird way. So I felt like that level of mastering myself, I'm like, if I know I can do it in this arena of my life, why can't I do it everywhere else? And it just took some time to understand what that meant.
That's understandable.
Yeah, that's dope. I didn't know. You know how you could use sex to mean so many things. I never knew it.
I want to go.
I hope it means more. I feel like we can make it mean more.
What is that exactly called?
Yeah,
It's called a Tantra.
It was a Tantra teaching certification. So for other women that wanted to go out and teach this, and now that's where I kind of feel some type of way.
53-year-old, how is she trying to teach people and she can't do it?
Well, that's where I have a problem with these types of certifications.
Because you can just, as long as you pay, you can do it.
Yeah. So it becomes a little bit of a money grab, and that's
That's how a lot of them are.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Exactly.
So this class is to obtain this license or certification.
Yes. And then you go out and teach your community of people that.
Well, that might be good that a person that don't know how to do it can go and. Because if she discovers how to do it, then she overcame the biggest feat. You know what I mean?
Yes and
but
no.
Did she discover it in there? Did you watch her come?
I didn't watch her come, no, but she said she did. And you could see it on her face that she did.
Wow. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
She was glowing.
A breakthrough.
Every time somebody tells me I'm glowing, they're like, what are you doing? I'm just like,
fucking
disgusting.
Right.
You ever had sex and you didn't glow? What does that mean?
I mean,
usually
like,
rushed.
You know?
For me.
Yeah.
You don't like rough? That's not rough.
Rushed.
Rough is fine. Rushed is just you usually might not have the desired outcome.
What's the level of rough?
That depends on each person.
I've been forced into some real rough sex that I didn't want to have.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like real rough. I was like, where am I at?
No, I'm actually sorry about that. That shouldn't happen.
It happens.
Yeah.
I don't feel like guys are protected in sex, you know?
I've never thought about that.
I don't feel like we're protected. I feel like we just got to go whatever the hell y'all want to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Are you being extra right now, or do you mean
I am being a little extra, but I have been in some situations where I was like, okay, I didn't sign up for this, but I'm down, I guess, because you have to be.
So you don't have to be.
But what do you do when you feel uncomfortable?
But that's the thing, man. I feel like that goes overlooked, and guys don't want to say it.
What can a man do?
Nothing. Like, you got to really go with what it is.
You don't.
Yes, you do.
Well,
as a man,
what advice would you give to him? Like, if a girl is being way too rough
and he's not make sense,
and he's not with the shit,
you can be like, oh, you should communicate as you should.
You can tell her like, whoa, that ain't for me. That don't work for me.
All niggas gotta say is, yo, chill. Like, if she don't want to chill, then like, she can get the fuck out.
You told her to chill and she didn't. She stayed.
You didn't
tell her to chill.
Tell people to chill.
You didn't tell her to chill.
I'm gonna say chill. If you start to violate me,
or you can be like, yo, I just like gotta take a step back.
So she wanted you to do. She wanted you to be rough with her, and you weren't comfortable.
Kept requesting things. I was just like, all right, yo, I'm not about to slap you 15 times. Like,
just be like, I'm not with that. Like, you know, men and y'all's little.
But then you feel like, am I wrong for not wanting to slap her?
No.
What are you working on? How can we find you?
Working on my day job. I work with a recording artist, and he's getting into the cannabis industry. And with doing that, we're documenting the entire process. We're filming a documentary, exploring what does it look like to be a person of color getting into this industry when you don't have VC funding, when you're not named Chad or a white male. Because there's not a lot of people of color in the industry that are actually benefiting from it. Right. So that should be out at the top of next year, and hopefully we can submit it to some film festivals.
Nice.
And then to find me while I'm working on that, because I'm really not available for any other collaborations, but if you just want to find me online, I'm on Instagram at stuffjustlikes. And what was the other one? Oh, LinkedIn. And on LinkedIn. That's my favorite social networking.
And Carmen, tell them how to follow us. The movement.
Follow us on Instagram, Dualities Podcast, and follow us on Twitter, Dualities Talk.
That's right. Until next time, y'all. Peace.
Bye.